What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, where today, man, we are going to be talking about another offer from Jackson State to an offensive tackle. That's right. If you have not watched my previous video that I've uploaded, all right, Evan Henry, the ULM transfer from the ULM transfer. He's a ULM transfer and he's an offensive tackle. All right, he's been offered by Jackson State. That's his latest offer. The dude is a monster. So if you haven't checked that video out, go watch that. But this video is on a kid from high school who is a junior currently that they have offered. And the boy is pretty good, all right? He goes by the name of Rico Jackson. All right, like I said, he is a junior. He's 6'6", 300 pounds. This kid is 6'6", 300 pounds. As a junior in high school, that rivals the size of their starting left tackle, Trey Johnson, who's also 6'6", I think 300 pounds. So, my God, right? Now, currently, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, this kid is unranked. He's unranked. He comes from Dillon High School from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He has two current offers right now from Miami and Syracuse. His team is doing pretty well right now. I think they have a 9-1 record. So, and a lot of that, when I look at his tape, is them running behind him. So, I mean, he could be credited for a lot of that success as well. Listen, so this kid runs the blocks, right? Like, he really runs to the block. Okay? He blocks downfield. He's just a nasty individual. I'm talking about a straight mauler. He wants you on that ground. You feel me? Like, he wants to put you on that ground. Also, a couple things that I noticed that he could work on, right? Which that's natural with literally any prospect. Literally any prospect. He has to drive his feet. He got to drive his feet. That's important. It's not that he doesn't do it. It's just that he doesn't do it how he should. Like he doesn't do it off the bat initially. He could be a lot more fluid with that. And I think, you put him on some ladder drills and everything like that, some bag drills, that'll come naturally to him. That's something that can be fixed, especially at the collegiate level. With the amount of NFL talent that Coach Prime has. Also, his pad level. Sometimes he'll go all the way up with the guy when they're like tugging away back and forth. And, sometimes it results in a stalemate. Sometimes, most of the times, he wins the matchup because he's just bigger and stronger, and the guy ends up going to the ground. They both end up falling to the ground. But, usually Rico comes out on the winning side of that. So, driving his feet and his pad level, two things that he could, definitely work on if I'm looking at it. But, man, like I said, you can run the ball behind this kid. Coach O is really doing his due diligence with recruiting. And I'm like, you starting to see that. And honestly, man, when they announce these recruits for next year, for this upcoming class, I feel like y'all are going to be in for a treat. Like, I feel like this probably can rival the first class that they've had. Because we don't know about the transfers, and we don't know about the freshmen. We just don't know. We know who they have offered. We know who they've targeted. We just don't know who committed so far. So, also let me give you something else on this kid. No, that was it. That was it. So, y'all, Jackson State, man, I noticed they're offering more and more offensive linemen, and rightfully so. I mean, it hasn't been the best part of the team this season. When you look at the statistics for the SWAC conference, Jackson State is second to last in rushing. They only average 3.2 yards per run and 97 yards, rushing yards per game, which is second to last. I forget who it was above, but they're second to last in rushing yards per game with 97. Everybody else is like well above 140, and Jackson State is coming in at 97. The run game isn't there, partly because of the running backs, mostly because of the offensive linemen, just not really being able to get a push. Even though they're starting to perform well, especially last week, they performed well, but overall, this season, it just hasn't been great. And give Coach Prime credit because he really went out even in the spring, like when he noticed his needs and he went out and addressed those needs. He's doing this now. He's addressed the kicker situation. You got Trey Glimp coming in from Alpharetta, Georgia, the 4.5-star kicker. That's the only commit that we know so far. So you got him. He's addressed the kicking need, right? Now he's going out and he's addressing the needs for the offensive line. Shedeur has had good time to throw in his pocket this season, but he wants to make sure that Shedeur takes even less hits next year. So it's going to be interesting to see if Rico Jackson commits to Jackson State. I don't know where he's gonna go. He's got a Power 5 right there waiting on him, a couple. But Miami is, the real big Power 5, so he's got that waiting on him. But hopefully he can flip. He can be flipped to Jackson State. Hasn't committed anywhere, but I'm just saying, hopefully he can be deterred from Miami to come to Jackson State. And we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen because Coach Prime has 4 stars on that roster. So he can do it. Coach O can do it as well. I have faith that they will get it done. All it is left to see. We just got to see. So, with that being said, let me know what you think about Rico Jackson down in the comment. Now that you've seen his highlights, now that you've gotten a glimpse of what the kid can do. Let me know what you think about him down in the comments below. Jackson State fans, especially. Right, because I know y'all gonna show up and show out. So, let me know what you think about this kid, man. All competition is good competition. So, hopefully, he can come in and he can give somebody a run for their money. And let me say this, the freshmen that Jackson State has now for the offensive line, those kids are really good too. The ones that aren't starting. Charles Armstrong, wait until Charles Armstrong steps on the field. I'm telling you, I'm pounding the table for that kid, Charles Armstrong from Manatee, Florida. Wait till he steps on the field. Game over. It's game over, all right? But I think I have wasted y'all time long enough. Hey, please, like I said, man, continue to, support my channel and everything like that. I really do appreciate y'all. Also, man, if you want to donate to the channel, because I've, been getting questions and some DMs about it. If you want to if you want to support my channel, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do so through Cash App with the $ Jacoby Orr, JACOBIORR. That is my whole name. You cash out whatever you want to send there. It will be greatly appreciated for my channel. I don't really ask for donations. However, if you would like to send some to me, anything will be greatly appreciated. I need y'all to know that. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, other than that, go to Brim Solutions. Support that channel too. Just a couple injury updates for those of you who do not know. Warren Newman will be back this upcoming week versus Southern. This is a big game. And Jackson State has not been working that middle. We know that. They have not been working the middle. So when Warren Newman comes in, hopefully he comes in like Shane Hooks does, and he doesn't lose a step. He comes in, plays, and just pick up where he left off before the injury, and he's able to move the chains through the middle like we know he can do, and provide that spark in the return game like we know he can do as well. So he's going to be back. Shane Hooks is healthy. We know Coach Prime is going to be back for the Southern game. At least that is what the announcers for Jackson State has said during their previous game. So we know Coach Prime will be back. I don't think he want to miss these games. Those last 3 games, he could afford to miss it. I don't think he wants to miss Southern or the All-Court game. So he's been taking his recovery very seriously. And, they said he'll be back, and I'm excited for it because now that he's back, these cats, man, these kids, watch the energy level rise again. Watch the energy level rise again. Coach Harold hasn't been doing a bad job, but just watch the energy level rise again now that Coach Prime is on the sideline. Now we see the impact that he brings to Jackson State, right? It's not just recruiting. It's not just getting them nice things. He's the vocal leader. Like, he just gets you pumped up and he gets you ready to go. He's a real motivator. So now that you have him back, watch this team take off. All right. But with that being said, man, You are watching the CFL podcast. I go by the name of Kobe, and I'm out.